Do you believe social media ministry is possible?
I would say yes, it is possible. But I would also like to explain that ministry in real life and social media ministry are two very different things. Social media cannot replace the ministry that you do offline. It is a very powerful tool, especially in this day and age, to drive people to real life. Let's not make our online presence a documentation, but let's highlight the messaging. My job is to reflect that online. I'm not creating anything from scratch. It's not a vision that I came up with. Whatever happens in Media Light is such a wonderful experience, and I'm sure whoever attended Media Light, it's like one of the highlights of their lives.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Ross, and I'm here with Prarthana.
Hi.
Please, would you mind just saying your name for us?
My name is Prarthana.
Prarthana.
Yep.
But you've got a last name, no?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great.
Prarthana Kamre.
Lovely. I'm Ross Schmidt, for anyone who cares. So I'm here with Pratna, and we are going to have a conversation about Medialite and social media ministry. Okay, so Pratna, this is your first Medialite as a non-student, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think is different between last year as a student and now as a staff?
Everything. Let me explain.
Please do.
When I came in as a student, you get to experience the setting that has been set up for you. So it's wonderful.
Yes.
I was really in awe of the way the school is running, and everyone is just working like a machine to give that experience and create that surrounding for the student. Now that I'm on the other side of the what do you how do I say, on the other side of the team
Wall. I'll
wall.
just say that.
Yeah.
I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I can see how much work, dedication, and commitment goes into creating that surrounding, and it's truly been it's like a school in itself, but behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So last year I learned how to be a content creator. Now I'm learning how to run a school to equip a content creator.
Yeah.
So
I like how you phrased that. What I can say in my own experience too, because we have both been students and now we're both staff, my experience was the same. Like I loved the communal aspect, the atmosphere that you get to experience as a student, right? I really enjoyed that. And so when I came back as staff, naively, I thought that's just what it was like all the time. I didn't know it was like a facade. It's not, this sounds bad, but I didn't know we had to make it as the staff
yeah.
so the students can enjoy it. So I came in and I was like, I want to enjoy this. And then I realized, oh, I have to make it for them.
Yeah.
I don't. So that was a lot of adjustment for me. But there is also loads of enjoyment to have as a staff too. And I think you're right. It is like a school. While school is going on, we're also learning so much about how to make that happen. So there's a lot of adjustment. But would you say that do you think you prefer being a student or a staff?
I prefer being a staff, honestly. Um, as a student, especially, it was my first time going out of the country, leaving home. So it was a lot of things. But right now, I am learning so much, and even like getting to know the staff on a more same level. Because first it was student staff, so I'm kind of like, but
Right, right.
but now it's just been a pleasure, and on like I said, it's Media Light Part 2, but things get more real.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Do you feel busier as a staff or a student?
oh, so much busier.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
thought
it.
I was busy as a student. That's a lie.
But you're
Uh,
not busy as a
yeah,
student.
and as a staff, you're just constantly working, and it's not a bad thing. But I underestimated how much, like you said, now you have to create that space. You have to be the giver. You have to be in the position to kind of make them feel the way you felt as you were a student.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And that's work.
yeah.
And so like break time, that break time is not necessarily for us,
Yeah.
which is like, but I need a break time too. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's different. But one thing that I can say is when I was a student, Medialite was 3 months. So now that it's just 1 month here on campus, I can say I am so glad I was not a staff during that 3 month period because that would have been really, really hard. Okay, so we're doing Media Light. You're now here as a staff, but you are here and your work is unique, I would say, right? So you're doing something that I'm not doing. You're doing something that none of the other staff are doing, and that is social media ministry. So I think that phrase in itself, social media ministry, might be pretty unfamiliar for a lot of people. And it might even sound paradoxical, like, can you even do that? So for you, do you believe social media ministry is possible first?
I would say yes, it is possible, but I would also like to explain that ministry in real life and social media ministry are two very different things. The effort, the work ethic, the vision are two different things. Social media cannot replace the ministry that you do offline, but it is a very powerful tool, especially in this day and age, to drive people to real life.
Yes, social media ministry is possible,
Yes, social media ministry is possible.
but it's entirely different. Okay, so since that's what you're doing, I would really appreciate it if you maybe gave us a summarized explanation of what you do for Medialite first, and then I have subsequent questions later. So, as a social media person for Medialite, what are you doing? How can that be ministry? Explain that to me.
So, Media Light is a ministry that equips content creators. My job is to reflect that online. So, I'm not creating anything from scratch. It's not a vision that I came up with. Whatever happens in Media Light is such a wonderful experience, and I'm sure whoever attended Media Light, it's like, this highlight, one of the highlights of their lives. I'm doing the job of taking those principles, taking the value, the experience, the community, the creative part, and I'm portraying it on social media through my creativity. um, if it's just clips of people sitting and hanging out, and the best part about like Media Light School is everyone just talking about being creative. So all I do is whip out my camera and it's in everyone's faces, but just I really want to do I want to do justice to what Media Light is offline. I want to do justice to bring it online. How do I frame it better?
No, no, I think that you stated it perfectly, and I think that's so hard to do. So much of what makes Medialite unique is the community that you get to experience while you're here, and so I think we've all really had to learn a lot and work hard to get that part online too, you know? And I'm so sure that we can continue to be better at that. But I think you're doing a really good job of bringing that feeling into the reels that you're posting and into the posts that you're doing for Medialight. Okay, so you do that for Medialight, but then there's also the local outreach ministry Lyft that we have here in Thailand as well. And you do the social media for that as well. So, what is different between those ministries? And is there any difference in the way you approach doing social media for either of those?
So Lyft is a local outreach program by Media Light here in Thailand,
Hmm.
Shanghai.
Right?
The ministry is for university students. We reach out to university students like Mifa Luang, Rajapat, and what P. Mark, the leader of this ministry, he kind of came to me with the idea of like, let's not make our online presence a documentation
Mm,
of our local outreach, like what we do of the activity, but let's highlight the messaging.
okay.
So once we make that switch, our audience becomes, yes, the university students who attend our outreach program are our target audience, but it goes beyond that.
Mm,
We are ministering to young people here in Thailand, but we also want to be able to, because we also want to be able to reach people outside Thailand. So for now, this is an experiment. What we're doing online on Lyft is we create journeys. So we kind of sit and we kind of get we try to get in the mind of a young university student. What would they be going through? What are their problems? um, where is their lack of ministry, which area in their life do they need to be ministered to, and then sort of created like if for example one of the pain points is loneliness, so start the post with are you lonely, um yes I am, swipe. And then kind of take them through a journey instead of just are you lonely, Jesus is with you, but we want to end it with a call to conversation instead of call to action. We want to be able to connect with you and hopefully lead them to the outreach program that we host every weekend. And we do have a few responses and also a few attendees who saw the post online. It was like, "Hi, Mark, I'm struggling with the same thing, and you can come to Lyft weekly." So yeah, for Lyft, we want to portray the message that we're doing online.
Okay. All right. That's really cool. And I think it's really cool that your target for the social media posts is not necessarily just university students because you want it to be wider, but it's also really great that you're getting responses from the college students, the university students, and they're coming. So that's really, really great. Now, one question that I had when you were saying that is you want the audience to be wider than the university students. So who would that include?
That would include young people, or honestly anyone struggling with the pain point.
Oh, so you're expanding it beyond the university
It's
age group.
yes.
I see. Okay.
Even like location wise,
Mm,
because that's the beauty of social media.
yeah.
If I wanted to reach locally, I would distribute pamphlets, brochures at the gate of the university. But
Right.
I'm making a post, and there have been replies from different countries, which I personally did not expect, because we just started. We were making 3 posts.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
"Hi, can you pray for me? I need prayer support." And I was like, "Wow," because I believed in it, but not yet.
Mm-mm.
So it was encouraging to see that okay, this does have potential.
Yeah. 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 That's really cool. That's what you're doing with Medialight and with Lyft. Now,
Yes.
you have your own social media as well. You are a content creator in your own right. So, could you explain to me what you're doing, how you are doing social media ministry as an individual?
It's going to be a long answer.
I'm okay. I'm here for that.
Okay. So I've always liked creating videos. Me and my brother used to do these house tours around. He was my cameraman. And creating content was something that is something I was very passionate about for many years.
Okay.
If you go on my page, you'll see 12-year-old me just like flaunting my
I've seen that.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I liked
Yeah.
it too. Yeah.
Yes. So it's
I'm
something.
glad that you didn't delete that, by the way.
Yeah, I
It's still there.
posted it. So it was just something I'm very passionate about. And when I committed my life to the Lord in 2022, I expected for God to point out, like, you making videos online, take it away. That's a sin. That's not what I want for you. But God really did confirm to me that the journey that I'm going through, the message that I have on my heart, and the God that I've experienced, I need to share that in my way. And it took me by surprise, in because the advice that I was getting is, creating content, or what you post online and stuff like that. It's You can't do ministry like that. It's a hobby, and to be fair, I wasn't doing ministry, so I don't know why I was expecting other people to see potential in it. But
House tours.
yeah. But I really did start to pray about the ideas. I started to pray about, like, God, what do you want me to do? What do you like? And if you go scroll through my page, in the beginning, I'm making all these videos about being insecure,
Mm,
not feeling within, and those got views, like,
mm, mm,
sort of like, it did well, because everyone's insecure, so I'm getting attention of all these people who feel the same way as me. But
mm.
I'm just like affirming them and saying I'm with you. But God kind of like was encouraging me to be like, okay, now I'm transforming you, I'm healing you, share that.
Yeah.
So that is something I'm not very direct about it on my page, because I don't want to be, I'm not there yet to be like, preachy and, don't do this or what do you do, because I myself am on a journey,
Mm.
and I'm just taking my audience with me. So, yeah.
Things, right? But I don't think you necessarily, even if ever you felt like you were at a point where you could be, I don't think it would be for you. I don't think you would have to be preachy in a sense, you know? You could just
Mm.
continue to be how you are and then feel more assured in yourself and speak more authoritatively, but still just have the same presentation, you know? And I think that you would be able to reach an audience that someone who's being a little bit more preachy would not,
Yeah.
right? So I love that you're just being you in all of that. So
Mm.
it's just I'm insecure, everyone's insecure. So people who are insecure, it's like, oh, she knows me. Okay, well, everyone, great, really unique of you.
Yeah.
But then you take it a step further, and then you start to provide the encouragement that really you can only get from a relationship with God. So that's beautiful, and that you can do that on social media. That means you've got this massive platform
Yeah.
for free
Yes.
that you can do that,
Yeah.
and you can have contacts with people all over the world if that happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really really great. Now, as you're doing that, do you do this full time? If not, do you want to? If you do you feel overwhelmed?
I would answer the last question first.
Okay.
Is yes, I do feel overwhelmed. um, I don't do this full time, but I'm thinking about it full time.
Mm,
I would like to. I would like to post more or connect with my audience more than I am right now. But like I mentioned before, I don't want to be preachy. Even though my main purpose is to kind of what God is working through in me. I want to share, like you said, you won't listen to someone you don't have a connection with. So I
mm.
really want my page to be about what I get excited for. It's clothes for me, cheap secondhand clothes. Sorry.
Great.
For me, it's the unique earrings I find, or the sunset, or something
Mm-mm.
that I find funny and I just post it online. And I really do believe that that is something that people will connect with,
Mm.
instead of, like, no one's really thinking, oh, I feel insecure, who should I follow? Someone who's telling me not to be insecure. Like, I wouldn't follow that person.
Yeah, I would never
um
go out of my way to search for that
yeah,
either.
like, oh, girl talking about it's
Help me
okay.
not feel insecure.
Yeah.
Hashtag not insecure anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
So for me, honestly, like, my social media page is everything that makes me happy, everything,
mm-mm.
like whatever I'm going through. And I've, like, throughout the years, I've learned to, like, set boundaries with what I share and what I don't. But it's just a flow of what I'm feeling like and what I want to share and how God is dealing with me. Can you repeat the question?
No, no. I won't repeat it because you have answered that really, really
Okay.
well. Now my question okay, so here I am repeating my question. My question was, do you do that full time? If you do you feel overwhelmed? You said that you do feel overwhelmed, but you don't do it all the time. But I now want to sort of shift a little bit because I think what you're doing is and I could be wrong with this thought, but I think what you're doing is not the first thought someone has as a Christian to be a content creator. I think for a lot of Christians, well, it could be either. So let's say, especially those who are seminary trained, who have Bible school knowledge. I think for a lot of them, when they think, if they hear the phrase social media ministry, they're thinking Bible study reels, right? Or like explanation. The Greek of this is, the Greek of this word is this, and it means this, and this is how you, and there's certainly an audience for that, but I think like that's just one tiny little avenue that you can go down.
Yeah.
But then you might also have the other Christians who don't necessarily have such Bible knowledge, right? And so then they think, well, because I don't know, I can't really do anything as a
Mm.
Christian. So they don't make anything. But here you are, just being you and sharing what you like, posting about things that are interesting to you, but then incorporating your relationship with Jesus in that. And that's getting responses. So I think that is just a really unique way to look at social media. And I was talking with another friend today about content creation. Your audience should be you. If I'm making something not for me, first of all, I'm disinterested. I
Yeah.
don't want to do it. It becomes work, and my the quality of what I'm doing probably won't be that great. So in that sense, if, let's say, I am seminary trained and I do like those sorts of really deep Bible study stuff,
Mm.
then I can make that, and there will be more people watching that. But if I if I'm not that kind of person, I should not feel the pressure to do that,
Yeah.
right? And if I'm that sort of person, I should not feel the pressure to be like, oh, I need to take a photo of the sun and like just be.
Mm.
No, just do what you do, and know that there's so many ways that you can do ministry online. Ministry being sharing the love of God through Jesus Christ, sharing the gospel in so many ways on
Yeah.
social media. And social media is not just one aspect of our lives. I mean,
Mm.
we're spending loads and loads of our life online.
Yeah.
So we should be doing this in life
Yeah.
anyway. And so if we're doing it offline, we should also do it online. And you're doing that
Yeah.
now. So I'm inspired by you, and I will be sure to always watch all of
Yes.
your
Yeah.
what do you call them?
Dress
Dress
introduction.
introductions and
Yeah.
any other
Yeah.
stuff that you're posting, because that's really cool to me. And I think you have opened my mind to do more in a variety of ways.
Also, like adding to what you said, social media kind of has a bad reputation of, if someone was to hear social media is to become famous. That's not the point. It's to be social through
Yeah.
media.
Wow.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Wild. Yeah, wild that that's what it should be.
Yeah. So even like,
So you're not making loads of money?
nope, not even 1 cent for now. But
Okay.
but what I wanna like highlight is, I create content for me. Like, I love when you said that, like, you want to attract the people who are interested in what you're creating. If I know I wouldn't be interested in this, why would someone with a similar interest tap on my profile, or go through my account or see the message that I have to share? There's no point in doing that. And like, the point of social media is not to gain, like, this is my personal opinion, it's not to have a large audience, it's to have the right audience.
That's really true.
Yes,
And I think
because
if you're trying to get the large audience, you'll miss the right audience.
yes, you'll miss the right audience, and the large audience is like everyone. If you're talking to every single person, you're at the same time you're not talking to anyone. Because and you're also like so open to getting cancelled, because because it's just random
You're
people
trying too
watching.
hard.
Yeah, you're trying too hard. It's random people watching who don't get your heart, who don't get your message, who don't see what you're all about. And even like for people who do want to do the in-depth, Greek and stuff like that, there is a way to portray that. Just because it's Bible study doesn't mean it has to be tight collared, like
That is true. And I think, I hope more people will
yeah.
realize that,
Yeah.
because I think a lot of them, it's like, oh, I have to have my bow
Yeah.
tie.
And also, like, before, like, if there is a seminary student out there who wants to create content, who wants to share the knowledge online, what they're learning in school right now, think of it as like, if you saw yourself online or someone like you, would you be friends with them? Would you listen to them?
Yeah. Would you
And
even be interested to
yeah,
watch?
like, would you wait and see that video? If not, don't do it.
Don't do it.
If it's not natural to you, don't do it. Social media literally gives you a platform to be yourself. um and then there's also another side of where people are doing the exact same thing to go viral, but that's again, you're reaching everyone at the same time, reaching nobody.
Yes. Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you mentioned a lot of great things, but ultimately, what you're saying and what you're experiencing in your life, in your social media ministry, is that everyone has a voice, and everyone has a voice, which also means everyone has an audience that's
Yeah.
right for them.
Yes.
And so it's really important for all of us to learn how to use our voice to speak to our audience. So you have something to say for the people who like house tours and dress
Yeah.
introductions. I don't have that audience. So if I'm over here trying to make house tours with my brother
Yeah.
and dress
Yeah.
introductions, probably no. Well, maybe some great views actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should
And
try that.
yeah.
But the point is, your audience is your audience. I should not be trying to reach your audience. I have my audience. I have to
Yeah.
find them.
Yeah.
And the way that I do that is
Yeah.
first figuring out who I am, what my interests are, how to use my voice, right?
Yes.
And interestingly enough, Medialight can help you do that. Medialight helped me find my voice, it helped Prarthana find her voice, and it can help you find your voice too. So, if you are interested in this, if this is piquing your interest or making your thinking expand. That's what we're hoping. And you can contact Medialight, and we are here to help you do just that, because that's what we want to do. We want to see the body of Christ become more active online in this digital age. The age is only going to continue to be more digital, and online is a real place. And the language of media is a language that the church must learn to speak if we will have any influence today or in the future. So please contact Medialight if you're interested, and we will be so happy to help you. Okay, so one final question I have for you. Since this is what you're doing with your social media, was it easy for you to get started in this, or did you have any troubles? And then has Medialight helped you in any of that process, or has this all just been you discovering it on your own?
It is difficult. I would say my content creation journey has more to do with how I felt about myself, and Media Light did play a very vital role in me actually taking this up as a mission and owning the vision the Lord has placed on my heart. In the beginning, it was a lot to do with numbers, views. Even before I committed my life to the Lord, I would create content for 6 months, and then after that I would just burn out and cry every single day. I would like literally go, I would cry in my mother's arms because someone else was getting more views than me. But if you
Well,
created content, and if your life surrounded around that, it really does.
it's
And
it's a real
yeah, and for the longest time I really thought that I am doing this as a living actually. But I really thought that once my life gets, and it was COVID, so everyone's going viral, they're making money,
everyone's online.
they're
Yeah.
going to LA. So it was something I really put my hopes and dreams on. Fast forward to, I committed my life to Lord. After that, I kind of started working on the the content creator. Instead, it's over. I started working on the content creator, that is me, instead the of the content in
Mm, mm,
itself.
mm.
So, I the Lord was walking with me, healing and stuff like that. Yes, I was sharing that online, but I actually felt very lonely because everyone's creating content, but I really wanted to do it with a purpose. And to be quite honest, no one in my family or in my community is a content creator. Like, yes, they click pictures, they post online, but I'm consumed. This consumes me. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
I'm thinking about a video idea every meal I eat or something, that I was like, oh, I can make a video about this and stuff like that. But I didn't feel recognized. And I don't blame anyone, because why would you care about something that doesn't has nothing to do with your passion? So I felt like I myself kind of took content creation and sharing my message online as a side hustle. Not even a hustle, like something, it's a phase. Like,
Mm,
I'll get over it.
I see.
I would really say that Media Light is a gift from God. He saw that this girl really needs to be relocated, because I was drowning. My I have this journal of all the ideas that I ever wanted, and it's filled. But my drafts, my phone is empty. I'm not shooting. I'm not filming. And it was an opportunity God placed in my hands, which I said, no, it's too expensive. I can't go. But my parents, they pushed me. They didn't understand it, but they were like, you need to go. This is something, like, we don't get why you're constantly thinking about this. But they saw that my heart is in this place.
Mm, mm.
So I came to Media Light, and as soon as I stepped on campus, I was just like hit with this honestly love, like just everyone hugging you, like people I don't know, because the community I come from, we're not huggers.
I'm not a hugger either. So yeah, that was
So
a huge
it
culture.
was it was even like during lunch, during playtime, during in the class, there are like times dedicated to your creativity. That was a new concept for me. I was like, because giving time to my creativity was something I didn't want to get in the way of other people's lives, or in the way of my actual life. But there's time, and there's resources and people who fly from different countries just to equip you and to empower you to create content for the kingdom. And that was just so, like, it was a new world for me. So I really do like to say that Media Light, I had a brain transplant, because the way my mindset changed, it was for the better. And even I see content creation as, something that I do. It's something I think about. I mean, the confidence that I get to tell other people, because let's be honest, I'm on my page, I don't make a cent for now,
Mm,
but the confidence that I share, because I know my message has weight in it, it has purpose, and it has potential.
mm.
So Media Light really did help me.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you found this community, because it's a community that really just wants to grow together, but also help each other. Like, we're always
Yeah.
encouraging each other, but not just being superficially nice. We critique each other
Yeah.
so that we can be better.
Yes.
So I'm so happy to be in this community. I'm so happy that you're in this community. For everyone who's in the community, it's just really, really nice. So, yeah, I think that's a great note that we can end this conversation on, because we've talked about your whole social media ministry experience, how it started in difficulty,
Hmm.
but now how you have found a community that accepts you, encourages you, empowers you
Yeah.
further, right?
And critiques.
And critiques for the better.
Yes.
And even though we're not giving you money, maybe one day you will make money off of your
Amen, brother.
content. But even if you don't, you're still enjoying it.
Yes.
And that in itself is great. So thank you so much, Pratana, for being here with this conversation.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us for this episode. I hope that it has been interesting to you. I hope that it has piqued your interest and expanded your perspective on social media, how it can be used in different ways. And if you are interested in learning more, Medialight is here to help you. We want you to feel confident. We want you to find your audience, find how you can use your voice online in this digital age, speaking this new language of media. So if you are interested, contact Medialight. We will be happy to help you in any way we can. And until then, see you on another episode.